Hello everyone, welcome. Today I have a very nice and special unboxing and review video for you. This is the Lian, I believe A05FN ATX computer case I received. This is a very high quality small form factor ATX or full ATX case made by Lian, and I got it off eBay for like 50 euros, and it was a real steal because I'm impressed by the build quality of this case, and I found out that Lian actually does a lot of high quality aluminum case ATX cases out there, and I will show you the case. I will show you. It's really small actually. I'm fairly impressed at how small it is, and it's very light because it's done fully, or it's cut out full of aluminum, and it can house a full ATX board, and I'm impressed at how small it actually is and how well built it is, and it's very light, and compared to my Antec I believe this is a 280. Look at the beast down there. That is a very high quality case, but this one is more like for home theater use, I believe, and I'm impressed that it can actually fit a full ATX board in there. And as you can see, it's a little bit wider than your standard cases, like the P280 down there. And yeah, guys, I will show you around. So down here, I really like the finish on this one. It's like high quality plastic, and there is an aluminum finish mask over it, so you can mount two CD-ROM drives over here and over here. If you are still using a burner or DVD drive, you can mount it over here and down here, but newer PCs actually avoid the burners, or they are using external burners. Down here you have a I believe it's called 2.5 inch floppy drive, so you can actually mount a floppy drive in there, but the much better option, of course, nowadays is you just mount a mask with USB connectors down here. Up here we have the power light LED, and down here you have the activity light for your hard drives. Down here you have your power button. Standard power button, looks really nice finish over there. And down here you have your reset button, which you can press. Then down here you have your jack for your microphone, your jack for your audio, the green jack, and the pink jack. Those you can connect your external microphone and speakers in there. Then you have a USB 2.0 jack or port over here, and down here, very nice, this case has actually a 3.0 USB input or port down here. Then you have your Lian logo down here, and I believe this one is was applied by the pre-owner of this case. This is a Noctua actually logo. I will leave it like that because I don't really mind. Noctua makes very high quality coolers, or I believe fans. Yeah, they do. The best fans you can get out there is by Noctua. Very expensive, like 80 euros for one fan, but their fans are awesome. So I assume the owner of this case from eBay applied a Noctua fan to this case, which I would also recommend because this is a case which runs very silent, and you can have it in the back and you won't even notice because of the silent operation it does. Then at the side you have your ventilation here and over there as well. as you can see. It has a very slick black finish. Here at the top we have a cutout, so you can actually take this one, unscrew this and take this part out and mount a 120mm fan on it. I will turn the case around and show you the back, what you will get at the back. So at the back you have your rubber grommets over here if you are using water cooling in your system. Then you have a 120mm intake fan over here, very high quality. It's also with rubber, it also has rubber grommets applied to it. And then you have your back for your ATX board over here. And I must say, it's very high quality build. It's not like cheap metal or something. It's all aluminum, and it weighs really not that much. I'm impressed. And also they didn't cheap out on screws at all. So it's designed with thumb screws all over the place. And the seller was so nice. He gave me also a lot of extra screws and accessories for it, because if you buy this case used, so what is this? I guess this is a USB 2.0. Yeah, if you buy this case used, make sure the seller sells you all the accessories to it, because some of the mounting things, or how can I say it, you will need some screws to mount your hard drives inside. When I open it up, I will show you from inside. So then you have 7 back plates over here, so you can put a full ATX motherboard in there with 7 mounting back plates, as you can see over here. And then you have your ventilation over here. It's all very high quality, trust me guys. I saw a lot of or I came across a lot of cases in my times building PC, and this is the very first case I ever had that where the build quality is so high quality. So I'm very impressed with it, honestly. It looks really great. And then you have your ATX connector over here. So one thing I have to mention is, since the form factor of this case is very small, let's put those accessories down there. Since the form factor of this case is very small, you have to mount your power supply in the front. So I will demonstrate right now. As I mentioned before, look at how even the thumb screws are high quality. They have rubber grommets on them. Let's put it down here. Look at that. It's beautiful. And then you just pull it back like that, and then it comes off like that, and then you just pull it up. And there it goes. Let's put this one down for a bit and show you the inside. This is how it looks from the inside. Wait, I will show you. So this is how the case looks from the inside. You have an intake fan, 120mm intake fan right over here, which goes at the back. And here you have your, wow, look at that, that's awesome. They really didn't cheap out on on thumb screws with this case, which is fantastic because I hate always screwing the screws inside of that, and it's built so well. This is definitely the best built case I ever came across. I believe it even outshines the P280 down there, but this is a case I just love. It's just awesome. This the Entech P280. I love this case. So yeah, at the back, as you can see, you can mount a full ATX board right there. Fairly impressive, and it's not even that tall. I'm very impressed. For you European guys, I will do the measurement. Let's see. Let's see. Because I'm here in Germany and we have centimeters, you know. Let's take a measurement. So it's actually 48 centimeters long. Let's see. So 48 centimeters long, 21 centimeters. Wait a second. Yep, 21 centimeters wide. So it's a little bit wider than your usual ATX case, but that's fine because it's only like let's see, it's like let's see, how tall is it? It's like 37 centimeters tall. So 37 centimeters tall, 48 I believe wide, no, long, sorry, 48 long, and it's a little bit on the wider side, 21 centimeters wide. So these are the measurements for this case, and I must say, wow, it's very, very good looking. So now I will show you some of the cages you can mount your devices on. If you want to mount your hard drives over here, you can mount up to 3 hard drives. And the good thing about it, is like this. Here I have a 80 gigabyte hard drive, ID hard drive. The accessories come with those thumb screws over here, and this is why it's important. If you buy this case used, make sure the seller give you those accessories, because you will have, otherwise you just have to screw in the hard drive for yourself, and it's much easier like that. And here you have a lock. I will show you. You open it up and then it locks down, and it locks down the hard drive, but you don't really need that much, because with those screws, thumb screws over here, it will fit right in, and it will avoid, you can just slide it in like that into the rail, or like over, let's mount it over here. Wait a second, I need my 2 hands for doing this. Well, you just open up the lock, make sure it's open, and then you mount all your thumb screws over here, and with the rubber grommet it fits right into the rail, just like that, you see? So once it's inside, you just press the lock and then it's locked into place. But and then it's very sturdy, and it doesn't vibrate or anything. Excellent, excellent. I must say, I'm very impressed with this mechanism. Very easy to use. No screwdrivers. You don't need any screwdrivers, and you can fit right 3 hard drives over here. Excellent. Down here you have you have to mount your ATX power supply in the front, because you can just mount it over here and over here. Because of the form design, it needs to be down here, and here I have a Seasonic ATX power supply. This is a very large power supply, but high quality one. And one thing I have to say, or the only negative thing I have to say, is if you mount it from the front, because there is the extender, you will have to plug this one into your from the front into your power supply, and then you take the cable. So I would highly recommend you are getting a very tiny, maybe Micro-ATX high quality power supply for this case, because with larger power supplies you will have to you won't have so much room, and also make sure it's modular. This is not modular, but it's a high quality power supply by Seasonic, and it will fit right in. So here are the connectors, like the HD audio, you fit right into your main board. Then you have your USB 3.0 connector, you fit into your main board if your main board supports it. Of course, I'm planning around doing my retro vintage PC, Windows 98, putting into that, running Voodoo 2 in CLI, running the Matrox M3D. So I'm building this as my retro PC. So yeah, there won't be any USB 3.0s in there, but I will put like 3 hard drives in there, and I will also put I will also put like 2 DVD drives over here and over here. And of course the DVD drives, you don't need any screws, you just slide them into this port over here, and then they slide right in, no problem there. Yeah, so at the bottom, as you can see, this little foot over here will hold your ATX power supply. Then you have a filter, removable filter, at the bottom, and I will show you how you can remove it. And yeah, it's very light, trust me guys. I had some very heavy cases in my lifetime. So here is the bottom. Here's the bottom, here's the filter. This filter, actually, you put it down and slide it up, and here, very nice filter, very high quality. And you also have your 4 rubber feet. It's really rubber, very nice, to avoid unnecessary vibration, and yeah, your power supply gets mounted from the front, and it will exhaust the air from the bottom. Also down here you can mount like 2 solid state drives, or 2.5 inches drives. And now I will take off the front panel and show you how it looks from the front, because as I mentioned before, you have to mount the power supply from the front. And I will stop the video here, and I will open up the front for you guys. Okay guys, and here I am back. In the meanwhile, I also took off the other right side panel of the case. I know some Lian cases or models are actually inverted or mirrored, which means this part over here is at the other side, and you can put in your main board from the right side. But this particular case, the how is it called, A05FN Lian, It's the classic design, so you can mount it from the left side, of course, which we are used to, I guess. But I saw some models online that where you could mount your mainboard from the right side, which is unusual, but oh well. I also found out the build date of this particular case. It was done the 6th of August 2011, so that's like 6 years ago. And for a 6 years old case, it looks fantastic. Look at that, it's so high quality. Even the mounting places have tiny small, as you can see, that plastic things. And yeah, right now I will take off the side panel. In order to take the side panel, it's really just easy because it comes off just like that. Wait a second. It's held by some hooks inside, but they're not that hard to take to bake off. So as you can see, the inside is like plastic, but it has a very nice aluminum mask built into it. So yeah, let's put that aside for a moment, and then I will show you the front. Okay guys, so alright, so at the front we have the microphone jack and the ports over here. I demonstrated in my first part. And then over here you have a 120 millimeter fan that takes or outtake fan that takes the heat from inside the case outside. It also provides some cooling for the hard drives behind it. And down here, as you can see, of course you can also mount another fan if you like to, like the previous owner used a Noctua fan, and you just unscrew the thumb screws over here and mount your fan just inside. Very nice quality. As for the ATX power supply, I will show you right now. Put the case like that, and then as you can see, when you look at the front of it, you have your thumb screws over here, which you can use to unscrew them like that. So, and then the ATX extender for your power supply comes from the front, and then you actually mount your you take this piece out. As you can see, you mount this one onto your power supply. Now wait a second, where's my power supply? It's down here. You actually just take it. There is my Seasonic. You actually just take it and then you screw it on here like that, and then you slide it from the front inside the case. Take the connector and connect it here in the front, and then you can the connector will link your power cord at the back. One tiny little thing I have to say my critique about it is, or this is mainly like the only thing I have to criticize. Aside from that, this is a excellent, perfect case, honestly guys. It has the highest quality I ever saw in a case in my life, honestly. And I had some quality cases, or I've seen some quality cases. Yeah, but the one critique I have with this case is, because of its small form factor, you have to mount your power supply in the front, and then the problem is your on and off switch will be obstructed by the front panel, which isn't a big deal, since a lot of people mainly just unplug the power cord anyway, but it's kinda, for me personally, I always love switching the on and off switch on the power supply, but because you mount it from the front and connect this one into the main, or I will show you. I will cut the video here and I will mount it for you, alright? Okay guys, and I'm back, and I slide it in the power supply just like that, and it took me like 5 minutes. It's I'm very impressed. This was the fastest time I could mount a power supply so fast into a case, and it went in flawlessly, no problems over there. I didn't bother to screw it back on because this is just for reviewing purposes, but yeah, it fits just fine. And this is what I meant earlier with what I don't like so much, or my only critique with this case is because the extender goes over here, over there, and you don't have access to this button over here to turn the power supply on and off, because it was installed at the front. And if I put the front panel back on, it will be completely obstructed, which in my opinion is it's annoying. I always, or I'm so used to, let's slide it back in, it fits right back in just like that. Yeah, so the power supply, let's put it aside, let's put the camera aside. So here is the power supply. As you can see, the power supply fits in perfectly, and it's exhausting, and it rests here. I don't know if you can see it at this tiny little aluminum foot or rest over there, and it fits in perfectly, as you can see. And the exhaust fan exhausts the air at the bottom, or you also have your filter. I would highly recommend getting a high quality modular Mini-ITX power supply for this case, because you don't want a very large power supply in here, mainly because you could fit in a full-sized graphics card, and it could obstruct your the size, or and also you want to have as much space inside as possible and keep your power supply high quality and as small as possible. And yeah, because of the cable, all the cables, those are high quality cables, but you want modular design to do a better cable management and that. And yeah guys, that's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about this case. It gets from me the highest grade there is, because I never came across another case which is that well built, and you can customize so many aspects of this case, like for example put in a second cooler over here or over there, take out the panel over here and take another 120mm fan over there. You can do water cooling, you can do Micro-ATX builds, you can fit in full ATX builds, you can do SLI if you like to, because you have 7 panels over here. There is just so much you can do with this case. You can mount double SD cards, not cards, sorry, hard drives over here, up to 3 hard drives over here. You can put your third SSD into the 2.5 bay. You can do so much with it, and yeah, it's it's very an awesome high quality case. Got it from eBay from a very nice seller. He gave me all the accessories to it. They are like over there. Oh, yes guys, so very nice case. I highly recommend it. If you buy it new, I would recommend buying it new because you get a lot of value for your money. And I believe this case brand new is like well over 100 euros, at least here in Germany I believe. But you could always check out YouTube, or not YouTube, my bad, eBay, for better prices on this. But yes guys, this was my unboxing, demonstration and review of the Lian A05FN Midi tower, you can say, PC case, a high quality case. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions regarding this case or my upcoming videos, I will put my vintage retro PC inside this awesome case and try to run it as silent as possible. I will do some dual SLI Voodoo 2 cards in there. I will put a Matrox M3D down there, and then I will run some awesome retro games on it. So yeah guys, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, it always helps out. Leave a thumbs up if you like to, or leave a thumbs down if you dislike this video. Ask me anything in the comment sections below, and I see you next time. Bye bye.